Hey girl, so I'm just doing a reading. I kind of started it, but just realized I wasn't recording, so I had to record again. So, first, what I would do is I already pulled your two cards out, these already came out. I'll reveal them soon, but I'll first let you know that I will be pulling out four cards for you, and I've already picked out the four crystals that I will be using for this. So, let me introduce them to you. This first one, it's a difficult thing to pronounce. But it's a hearty crystal. It's heart shaped. It's green. It's about abundance and health. And the other one we have is labradorite. It's a third eye crystal. So you're gonna need this for your intuitions. And we have black obsidian. This is for protection. And we also have calcite. So calcite is for health again. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna do your reading, roughly just explaining it. We're gonna do your start, beginning, and end, and then an extra one for the baby. So this is why we're doing four cards. So what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna start off, and I'm just gonna say where I'm gonna like talk about where you are at the beginning, like for the first bit, and there will be like about 12 cards in total because there's three sections, and then for your baby, for the baby's horoscopes or whatever, that will be last. So that will be the fourth bit of this whole session. So I already pulled out the cards. The first card that I got for you was a fire sign card, so it's a lot of fire energy. It's Six of Brooms. So I don't know, but I'm a bit curious if you I know that you're not a fire sign, but maybe your husband or your future baby might be. So it's just talking about, like, signs have nothing to do with it, but signs represent energy that's around you or that you're surrounded by. So we'll start off with Six of Brooms. This means victory. So, Six of Brooms is about success. Your light is success, public recognition, satisfaction, and creative achievement. So, I feel like right now you've been working on something. You've been working on something for a long time, and you finally received achievement for it. So, it can be either work, it can be personal relationships, family, etc. So, it doesn't have to just be one specific thing. And your shadow shows vanity, reckless egoism, and insolence. So there's some issues going on when it comes to your victory, but it's not a bad thing. I think that's how people learn to be better. Because when you're succeeding too much, you might turn to be a bit wanting more, but you're not at that stage yet. So this is just like kind of like a warning that you have victory, you've achieved it, but your shadow side is saying that there might be some egotistic acts because of it that you might not even know is happening, because you're pregnant, you've got some hormones, you're happy, and then you might be sad, or you just want more success. That can happen. All the past troubles and distributions have been necessary for you to grow up and mature. And the victory we have now is more than just a stroke of luck. It is good to enjoy success, but be wise and always think about how to keep it. So that is what Spirit has for you. That's the message from Spirit. So Spirit is saying like, it's going good. You're in a good lane, but just you're at the very peak of it, you're just starting it. So just to be a bit careful with it and to be wise with it, because you have other luck coming your way and you don't want it to disrupt because of one thing, and it can be anything. So just to be wise. The other card was also a fire sign card, so it's a lot of fire energy, and it is 9 of brooms. So you've got brooms again. So 9 of brooms. 9 of brooms is about alertness. So there's a bit of you're hitting to a peak in your life. Your light shows that there's courage, persistence, a test of faith, and resilience. But your shadow shows conflicts, contradictions, and there's a bit of paranoia. Right now you have a little bit of paranoia in you that I don't think people notice or have known about. You have inner strength, stamina, and the will to go on despite impossible odds. Identify your power and be ready to use it in your defense. Use your spiritual consciousness to concentrate on your inner strength and master your will. So what I also when I was doing a reading, what I also noticed is that there was a bit of lackings in your spirituality. Like I've noticed that there's like something's a bit off in your spirituality, and it's just a bit, it's just, I think this card's just warning you about it, to use your spiritual intuition and motherly side. Despite being pregnant, we all have, females have that motherly energy that we use, and I think that's why my intuition told me to pick this crystal for you, because this is about intuition and third eye. So it's more on the spiritual side. So now we're on to the other two cards. So yeah, there's a bit of wise choices to make. You're going down a very good path, but it's just always good to, be in content with yourself. So yeah. What's going on in Abbey's life? Okay. You got your third card is Page of Machetes. So this is kind of like a swing to the head. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not a bad thing. It's actually not a bad thing. Page of Machetes represents new beginnings and mental thought. So again, I feel like what you're going through right now, it can just be hormones or whatever, but there's gonna be a spiritual awakening kind of thing. Like it won't just be how it was when we first did our reading. It's gonna be a different type of mentality, and it can also be because you're turning into a mother. Not that you're fully given birth or anything, but your mentality will really change. Your light is care, courage, severity, and curiosity, and your shadow will be cruelty, mental instability, failure to recognize facts, aggression, or destruction. So what this means is that there's gonna be some changes going on with your mental health. You might be a bit confused to what you think is right or wrong, and just remember that that's completely normal, because you're gonna go through you're gonna have a victory, and that might actually change how you think of life as, and especially if you're very alert, that will change your mentality, because it might turn into paranoia or whatever you think of situation is like. But just remember that it's not as stressful, it's not as complicated, complex as it is, even though this may be some hard work that you've been working on. it's good. It's okay, and it's okay for your shadows to be more than your light. New ideas are like young men. They need to prove that they can last the distance. It is time for me to make a fresh start. Seek out the truth regardless of the consequences and try to become more adept in the use of your mind. So, I don't know. I feel like Spirit is saying that. Yeah. Now, I do know Spirit is saying that you're gonna get a thing in your head. So, what I mean by that is that you're gonna just automatically just get a knock on the head, and it's just gonna give you some information that I think is necessary for your future. You're gonna seek some truth out. You're gonna seek something out. There's gonna be something interesting that you're gonna find out as well. And I don't know if that's good or bad. So that's what I'm a bit confused about as well. But yeah, you're gonna get something sharp, just like this knife, that's gonna come to your conclusion. And the other card just popped out. And you've got another set of machetes. So you've got one set of brooms, which are these two cards for your 4 cards. And then you have 2 bits of the machetes. And I'll tell you more about the similarities for about these cards and why we link it. So what you have right now is you have 6 of machetes. Moving away from strife. Again, your light is success. After anxiety and trouble, search for truth, leaving and accepting help. There is, okay, so talking about your beginnings, talking about there's some improvements to be made, and I really don't know why, like what it's about, and that's your personal life. I can't dig into that bit. But there's something about moving on. You're gonna hit that mental stage where you'll realize something and you'll accept it, and it'll be good for you, it'll be beneficial, and you're gonna be very successful once you move away from it or you get over it. And it's a lot of emotions. I feel a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. I don't know, you're searching, you're seeking for something, Your shadow side for this card shows that there's too much rationalism and distrust. So there's some emotions going on just at the peak of where you're going to right now. You're moving away from where you are now. There is a final journey, not as a single passenger, even hints at turning around. So there's a journey and no one's looking back. And that means that you guys are gonna move on. Like there's a movement that's gonna go on. The future is not yet visible, but the past is definitely over. So I hope you get that line. So we don't see what's at the back, but we can't see what's in the front as well. But they're moving towards the front. There's gonna be that new stage, a new path, and you're gonna move away from anything that's old, and there's gonna be some success, definitely some success. There's 3 people. Sometimes people can represent how many people it will take, but I think this is a very good card because this represents kind of a little bit of your future at the beginning. But yeah, this is a good card because you guys are moving away, and there's gonna be success, there's gonna be victory. So these 2 cards are made to go together. candidate personal inventory is something that can assure this journey will have a positive impact. So Spirit says that whatever this journey is, it may look like it's a bit tricky, but it's for the good. Wherever you're gonna move to right now, it's for the good, and it's gonna leave positivity. So just trust that bit. And I'll see if I can turn the camera so you can see far. Okay, I can't turn it, but I'll just show you. So these are your cards. I have them right here, and as you can see, there's a bit of red, and there's a bit of, there's, all of them have a man taking charge. So like I mentioned to you, there are some masculine energy going on, and I just know that they are connected because the reds have two men holding an object, and they're holding it high. And your other cards, so remember, this is brooms and this is machetes. So your other card has, again, machetes, brooms, two men, but they're holding it downwards. So there's a pattern and a sequence that's going to be coming up. So that is your first set of cards done. And I'll make another video that will talk about the middle bit of what's going to happen in your life in this current state. Thank you. Thank you for watching.